Hi, welcome back to my build series on YouTube. This build is going to be my Magic and Nightblade build. There's a couple of different ways you could do this particular build, and really it's just an interchangeable four-piece set. But let's get right down to the basics of it. Let's get to the equipment. Alright, so on my front bar, I've got the Moondancer Inferno sharpened. And on my back bar, I've got a sharp Maelstrom Inferno staff. And with the changes that came to Clockwork City, now it's a set piece bonus. So that Maelstrom, that juicy Maelstrom enchantment that you never used to be able to enchant your Maelstrom staffs because of, you can now enchant them because they are a set bonus. So honestly, ideally for a Maelstrom Inferno staff, you're going to be wanting to run the Berserker enchantment on your back bar. This is not an ideal setup. What is ideal is the Nirnhound setup. Now, with the Nirnhound setup, it's almost like you don't lose that spell damage bonus that you used to be able to have for the Maelstrom staffs. So let's look at my character here. Yeah, he's got over 2,000 spell damage. I'm running the Thief. I brought my vampirism down because I was doing the new trial today. So yeah, there's that. So swapping bars, you will see that my spell damage doesn't go down, it actually goes up a little bit. If I were to use the Sharp Inferno staff though, it would go down. Alright, so there's that. So let's get into the skills. On the front bar, I'm going to run Impale because they fixed the execute, so now it works, it scales with the Inferno staff and the 8% extra damage you get from running an Inferno staff. Swallow Soul. Merciless Resolve. This is where your DPS comes from, basically. The snare doesn't matter. It's the damage that matters, and this will proc up above 50k easily in a trial. Inner Light for the extra magicka. Major Prophecy is also good. This isn't actually... I was running this for the new trial with Witchmother's Brew, but on the front bar you want to run Siphoning Attacks. You want to keep your buffs up at all times. Siphoning Attacks and Merciless Resolve. Because we're not using a Destruction Staff ability on our regular skills, we're using the Destruction Staff Ultimate. And that's just to get those passives from Destruction Staff. So, swapping a back bar here, I'm running Blockade of Fire, Twisting Path, Crippling Grasp, Inner Light once again, and then this will be my shield, the Harness Magicka. Soul Harvest. Soul Harvest is awesome because when you use it, you gain a 20% damage increase for 6 seconds, and it costs 70 ultimate, so it's like super duper easy to get up. And this is what you should be using during a fight. You should always start the fight off with Fiery Rage, but while the fight's going, you will be using your Soul Harvest every ultimate after that, and that will just increase your DPS by a ton. It's actually quite crazy how much DPS you gain using Soul Harvest. So those are the skills. We'll go to gear now. So we went over the staffs. Grothdar, because melee, you need melee. And honestly, it's fire damage, and we are running a 5-piece Burning Spellweave as the main 5-piece set. And then we have the Moondancer. If you wanted to, you could swap it out for Infal, and just run an Infal staff on the front. And this is also set up with a flame enchant. It's infused. Infused is actually the best single target you can get. So if you were going to run Infal, you could actually take Thief off and run Apprentice and you'd be fine. But yeah, that's it. If you want the rotation and what this build is actually capable of, the rotation is actually in my rotations playlist. So let's get into the champion points really fast. Green tree. Well, I hope this build helped you guys out. Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe.